final look at my favorite garden bed before I harvest some big things out of here. The kale, of course, is going to stay. I'm just going to, I do the cut and come again method with that. There's some peppers in here that will be in here. I'll have about 3 cabbages left, but my cauliflower was nice and tight the other day, but you see it's bolting, so I need to get the cauliflower out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and get, although I'm getting new broccoli shoots, that's great. You know, I just kind of eat it when I'm out here, to be honest. I need to get some more tomato plants in the ground that I have been growing in the shed off of the sucker system. Like, I cut the suckers off of those big old tomato plants and I sat them in water and allowed them to grow roots, and I think it took about maybe a week for them to grow a good amount of roots that I feel comfortable with planting and knowing they're going to get established. But y'all, this bed did so well for me, for my cabbage, my broccoli, the cauliflower, everything. And it just, I love a full bed. I have a couple of more full beds too, but this was just my fave bed. But time to harvest. Strong. I usually would cut and leave the root system in the ground. The root system, the stalk is very thick. But the other thing I'm not worried about it is all the leaves and stuff is gonna go in the compost area. The chickens will have that and compost it down. My kids were talking, so I must answer. Anyways, it will go in compost that I have over there in the chicken coop. I created like this little area where I feed them and try to just break things together. I'm going to eventually like put a little fence around it, so that the stuff doesn't keep falling down. And you know how they kick it and spread out. But for right now, I just put it all in one section and continuously break things together. But anyways, back to harvesting. And this is why I pulled my cabbage, because the slugs have been having a field day. It's my cabbage, so. But it's my first cabbage, guys. My first cabbage. Last year, for whatever reason, the cabbage didn't grow. This year, yeah, my first one, pulling it out the ground. In all of my years of gardening, I've been gardening since, 2018? My first cabbage. I was intimidated by cabbage and broccoli and all that stuff in the beginning. Then when I finally did it, they got stunted. Something stunted their growth. But we did good this year, guys. So, with everything out, this is what the garden bed is looking like. I harvested all the broccoli, cauliflower, 1 cabbage. So I have 3 cabbages here. This one is small because it was being hidden by the one I actually harvested. I didn't harvest any of the kale like I originally said because I have so much kale, guys. I'm just going to let it go a little more. And I actually just harvested kale, I think, one day last week at the end of the week. I mean, kale will keep going and going. I think I'm gonna let it just go a little bit more and probably harvest another day, and just freeze it. I use them in smoothies, I use them fresh, and I like it sauteed. So yeah, and the spinach is still going. It hasn't bolted yet. It looks like it's about to, but I only have 2 spinach plants, and I've gotten enough to saute, make an egg, something. I'm actually going to be making 2 quiches, so I'll use up the kale with that in my house, 2 or 4. Anyways, but yeah, but now that I stand here, I'm like, I should harvest this, but no. What I'm going to do is go get those tomato plants and get them in the ground. And what I'm hoping to happen, and that's kind of what happened when I had the broccoli, and why I let the broccoli go so long with those big old leaves, they shaded the kale, which I think helped it to last. Also shading, so I'm definitely going to get a tomato here, because I have all indeterminate tomatoes, not on purpose, but they grow big and they will help to shade the kale. So let me get those. Hold up, did y'all see my cabbage? Look at my cabbage. Y'all can't talk to me. Don't talk to me today. Oops, I'm covering the phone. Don't talk to me. me and my daughter's like, that's the size you get in the store. So yeah, this cabbage did very well, and the more leaves I pulled back, like the outer leaves, the more slugs I found. I hosed it down. And then this is a little broccoli florets. I'll saute. I'll probably just saute the broccoli and a little bit of cauliflower together, and you can eat the leaves. And because I'm trying to get back on juicing and stuff like that and eat more greens, I'm trying to just have all the greens, you know. But I can't eat kale all day every day. Can I? No, I can't. So more greens, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and I can't wait to saute some beet leaves. Beet leaves are super good in my opinion. Anyway, so let me get this stuff out the shed. As I stated earlier, I cut all the suckers, not all of them, but just about all of them. Well, I cut them off, but I didn't put them all in a cup. Anyways, I pruned back my tomato plants because, like I said, they're indeterminate plants, and they will get wild and so big if you let them. So for the indeterminate plants, I definitely go through and do the suckers. And for whatever reason, indeterminate plants, tomato plants, is all I planted this year. I didn't even realize that until I went back and looked at packages. But anyways, but I had this in here for I think about a week or less, and you see, just to let them develop a root system. And so this is how you get more tomato plants. I said I wasn't going to have that many tomatoes this year, but it's okay because I do want to make a lot of sauce. So look at that root system. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there's 2 over here. That's 10 new tomato plants, and yes, they're all indeterminate. So I'm not gonna cut any more suckers because I still have I still have seedlings, actual seedlings, but those are beefsteaks tomatoes that I forgot to put seeds in the ground for, or seed them up in the pots. So I'm starting those late, so we'll see what happens with those. But anyways, this is what I'm going to put in place. I don't know if I can fit them all, but in that empty garden bed now. I was able to get all the tomatoes in. This is what I put in the hole. I was going to do the whole egg thing, but I didn't feel like going to get eggs. I have plenty of eggs, but I should have did it. But anyways, some of this and some bone meal. I was able to get like, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this section right here. I got one right here in this section, and then I got one right here because I pulled that spinach plant that was going to bolt, and I'm going to be pulling this one too because it's going to bolt too. So I got one right here. So by the time they kind of like grow up, you know, a little bit, I won't need that spinach anyways. And like I said, they will perfectly help my kales to keep growing, providing them some shade, and these cabbages will get an extended life. I think the cabbages and broccoli are still doing good. I could be wrong, but because it's been hot, but not that hot, it's kind of muggy, but you know. And then I was able to get 2 in this one, and that was it. Yeah, because I had 10 altogether. But I just noticed how big my okra plant got and needs some heat. Like I said, it's muggy today, but you know, but the eggplants have grown. The watermelon's growing. This is some bok choy that I just didn't put in the ground. And those are the beef steak tomatoes that I sowed late, but I'm leaving them in there, and then I'll find a place for them. I might have to pull some of this kale or see what I can do on the other side. And y'all remember my big old, this was my broccoli rabe that I just let grow. The birds were eating the seeds, which I'm fine with, but I'm also attracting them to that bed, which had my tomato plants in, and I do not want them to get my tomatoes. Anyways, I think that's all I'm going to do in the garden for today. What are you doing in your garden? Whatever you do it your way. It's your garden. I just like to say that. We get caught up in everybody's spaces, but live your own space. You know, if it's chaotic, if it's neat, if it's messy, whatever it is. Whatever you like. But, yeah. I I'm going to go inside and have breakfast, a late breakfast. Have a wonderful day.